In this video, let's look on the top 5 current affairs of 26 May 2021. The first topic, WCD Minister to set up One Stop Center. So, what is this One Stop Centers? So, this is a scheme which was set up by the Women and Child Development Minister. So, what does it tell about? So, this scheme, that is a one-stop center, this scheme is to stop or to check the violence against the women. There are almost so many cases which will be coming throughout India. So, to just check it, the cases. So, this scheme has been set up towards 9 countries in 10 missions. So, one stop center. So that will be set up each in Kuwait, Oman, Bahrain, UAE, Canada, Qatar, Australia, and Singapore. And this is about like one stop center. There is two one stop centers that will be set up in the Saudi Arabia. There is a two one stop center located there. And who gonna operate this? That is a one-stop center. So this will be supported by again Women and Child Development Minister. So while the Ministry of External Affairs will operate it completely. And about this one-stop centers. So right now, currently there is about 701 one-stop centers are located that is operating in country since 2015, it has been started to operate across 35 states and union territories. It has been located already, and also it's operating. And coming to the funds related things, so this is funded through the Nirbhaya Fund, and that was launched in 2015 by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. So this is to address the problem of the violence against women, and this scheme was launched under the umbrella scheme also, the National Mission for Empowerment of Women and Indira Gandhi Samritva Sahyog Yojana, and these are the centers that helps in providing an integrated support and assistance to the women affected by violence in private as well as in the public spaces. The next topic, the second topic, new species of plant that called as African violet plant. So this is considered as endangered, and this was discovered. So this is discovered by Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. So this comes under the Tropical Ecology and Evolution Lab, and this is a unit of the Tropical Evolution and Ecology and Evolution Lab. This is under the unit of Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, that is IISER. So that's situated in Bhopal. And this flower, what we can see, it's almost it's in different color we can see. So as we can see in a white color, violet or pink, it's available. And the leaves are very thick and green. It's a long stem, and this is found in 3 locations. But exactly at now, the currently it is present in the Mizoram, and this is a flowering plant. So that's in genus Rainfolia. And about this center, that is Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. So this is established by the Ministry of the Women Resource and Development, and now it comes under the Ministry of the Education. In 2008 it has been established, and this institute has ranked or it's 26th in higher education in 2021 ranking. And the third topic, United Nations is observing International Week of Solidarity with the people of non-self-governing territories from May 25th to May 31st, 2021. So, according to this United Nations charter, this charter has got power from the chapter of this 11th. And here, this non-self-governing territories. So what are these non-self-governing territories? So these are the territories and where the people have not attained the complete measure of the self-government. So who gonna identify these territories, like where it has been located, and who are the responsible persons to identify these? So these are identified by the UN member states. So under their administration, they used to identify and enlisted them onto the UN list. So that was in 1946. It was listed, and so I already told you it's the power. It's given from the Chapter 11 of the UN Charter that provides for the declaration regarding non-self-governing territories. So here there are 8 UN member states, namely Belgium, Australia, France, Denmark, New Zealand, and the Netherlands, United Kingdom, United States had listed. There are like 72 non-self-governing territories under this administration. That was in 1946. Under that administration, they have been listed out. The fourth topic. NASA has set up a new Earth System Observatory. So, NASA stands for National Aeronautical Space Administration. So, here this has been set up a new Earth System Observatory. So, what is the need, or what is how gonna it will helpful? So that helps in the climate change and the forest fires and the hurricanes, and it will also support the real time agriculture facilities. And the status as on today, I mean, the current status of this is the NASA has initiated now the formulation phase for the first integration part of the observatory. So in this first integrated part, the two different radar system will be brought up by the NASA in the collaboration with ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization. And about this, NASA, this is an independent agency of the UN Federation government, and this was established in 1958, and it is succeeded with a National Advisory Committee for the Aeronautics, that is NACA. The fifth topic, SEBI to appoint the forensic auditors for the listed films. The SEBI stands for the Security and Exchange Board of India. So they decided to appoint the forensic auditors for the listed film. That that will be in a bid to conduct the forensic audits of the financial stage. They has to conduct the forensic audits. That's what they want to appoint this auditors, the forensic auditors, not the normal auditors, the forensic auditors uh, to conduct the financial statement that is on the listed company to strengthen their efforts towards the curbing frauds. For frauds in the sense that may be bankruptcy or the uh, fraud, some bank frauds, or like money laundering, tax fraud, bankruptcy, insolvency, so securities fraud and business valuation, and for the computer forensics. So these are the to verify, to check these type of issues. This has been forensic auditors has been appointed, and since October 2020, the SEBI had already asked several listed firms to disclose the information about the initiation of the forensic audit, and let us know what is this forensic audit. So who, and also who can be a forensic auditor, and what is this especially on this? So this forensic auditing this investigates if the concerned firms are engaged in the financial reporting misconduct in the sense, if the process applies like different skills, that may be there is like financial fraud or not. If there is any fraud, then just what is that, and just it takes up it. And also it looks up for the economic damage calculation, as money laundering, tax fraud, business valuation. Yeah, so these type of the issues it used to concentrate. And does RBI allow this forensic auditing? Yes. The Reserve Bank of India has also made this forensic audits compulsory for large advances and advances for the accounts details. And also, who can be this the forensic auditor? The forensic auditors or the accountants is not like different than the financial accountants, but there have to be some special skill to detect the fraud and the document it. And this any graduate candidate with at least like 1 year experience in the banking or the financial sector will have to clear the certified banking forensic accountant exam to become this forensic auditor.